Hi everyone, welcome to my class. I am Miss Carmina Kaye Melicor and I'm going to be your teacher in oral communication. Yes, you're right. In this subject, it will require us to communicate a lot. You might be thinking, how can you communicate if you are not physically present with someone you're talking to? And that is what we're going to figure out. In this course, we're going to study the different dimensions of communications, the elements of communications, the functions of communications, the factors that affect our way of communicating, and the different ways on how we can improve our communication skills. For now, let us define what communication is. Here are some communication or definition of communication given by some experts. Let us start with Rogers. Kindly read it, please. Rogers says that communication is a simple process of delivering or transmitting idea or information that aims to influence one's attitude with our intention. The second is with Scrum. Please read. According to Scrum, communication is a way of making our society distinct. What does it mean? Our way of communicating is influenced by our culture, behavior, beliefs, lifestyle, and other factors that we have learned from our surrounding. For that, it makes our society distinct from one another. The last one is from Carr. Kindly read it. According to Carr, communication intends to influence other behavior. Sometimes it is planned, sometimes it is unplanned. Let us continue and see the different tenets of communication. We have 10 tenets of communication. I am not going to discuss everything here. I want you to study that and join me in my activity. If you are going to have a synchronous class, we are going to have a discussion and I want you to share your thoughts on how you understand each tenet. While if you're going to work offline, you will have a written activity that you have to attach in your learning packet. Let me give you one example. Communication is dynamic. Dynamic means change. The way we communicate, our tool of communication, and other factors affecting communication change over time. For example, our tool in communication or sending message with the use of technology changes over time. I believe that you would all agree and you all experience that. Now, please study the rest of the tenets of communication and share your thoughts. We have two forms of communication. Alright, let's make it a little smaller. We have two forms of communication. Do you know that you can deliver your message without the use of words? By looking at this diagram, it says that 65% of our message is actually delivered non-verbally. What does nonverbal communication mean? Nonverbal communication means that you deliver message without the use of word. You use facial expression, body language, gestures, or even your tone. But then, you're able to deliver it without a word, without a single word. On the other hand, we have the verbal communication wherein we make use of words to express oneself. Let's continue. We have here the functions of communication. The first one is regulation and control. This is observed at home, at school, at workplace, and even with your friends when you are talking to them. Some issues, topic, or language are regulated and controlled to make sure that the communication flow is successful. The second one is social interaction and emotional expression. Again, communication can be verbal or non-verbal. We interact through communication. We can also express our emotion, whether it's written or spoken, with the use of communication. The third is motivation. With the use of motivation or communication, we can be motivated and we can also motivate others. And the last one, the basic function of communication, is information. Our aim in communicating with others is to inform and be informed. Now that we know the functions of communication, some tenets of communication, and even the forms of communication, it is time to work at our space. We have here activities I listed on your learning packets. I also posted this in your RPI portal and have it uploaded in your personal flash drive. Please take your time to finish your task. We have activity 1 to define communication, activity 4 with the use of your work text, due page 21, activity 5 on pages 29 and 31, activity 6 on page 36, and activity 7 on pages 40 to 41. So that will be all for this week. I hope to see you again. Thank you and have a great day.